Welcome back to First GenXers. Let me learn.
It's the Muppet Show.
It's the Muppet Show. Anyway, First GenXers broadcast studios, where we are bringing you the Cheap Pop podcast. I am here. I am Double KK Double, and I am here as always with the Point Man, the Saint, and Mr. Room Scryer. Dave, what is up, fellas?
Yo, hey.
Not much.
Not much at all. And we are here to bring you our thoughts on some of the top pop culture, wrestling, and video game stories that are out there today. All right, so we're going to open up with this, just because this is like one of the most random. I know what the deeper meaning of it is and all that stuff, but to me, it's just one of the most random things I've ever seen. And that is, random guy has tantrum, deletes voice actors IMDb, Internet Movie Database credits. I've heard multiple things like this is about like him.
Boy has been mainlining salt. Okay, that is how salty this is.
Man, yeah.
You will not believe this.
This guy is, let's see, like, I am one of those type of people that I'm like, okay, like I said, I get it. Great, because anyone contribute to them. They're like Wikipedia, websites like that are also terrible because anyone can contribute and help maintain them. Yeah. Ex-user random guy on IMDb is taking credit for deleting several voice actors' credits from the online movie database.
And that's literally his username, random guy. And that is literally his username.
Okay. He said he's mad because the new voice actor dubbing category on the website isn't porting credits over.
No. Oh, okay. In his opinion. So what happened is this dude on IMDb is going away. And when you look up anime on IMDb, it lists original voice actors, the Japanese voice actors, and then it also lists the English dubs on the main page, which is fine. But this dude, this guy spent time going through anime IMDb entries, deleting the English voice cast off of the main page for the anime. and
It's not a
trying.
nuclear strike in the battle of subbed versus dubbed.
I mean, dude, I understand. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with subs
Yeah.
because it's just me. But really, you literally have nothing better to do with your time on this earth than go through and have the most pedantic editing war on IMDb that can possibly happen. I mean, it's just like I said, dude is mainlining salt like it's heroin. That's
somebody
how
put an
salty.
idea. Somebody put an idea in his head, and he said, "Hold my beer." Basically,
Oh no! Oh, I don't think anyone had put any thoughts in his head. I think he had this fully formed. Okay, look, I'm on the autism spectrum, so I will say this: this dude is the most autistic MFer I have ever heard of.
Damn. It was
It's
first. Quick pause to say shout out to Wood for tapping in again this week.
it
We
would.
appreciate you on YouTube. Saint, do you have any thoughts on random guy on IMBD deleting a bunch of voice actors from their rightful credits on anime? American.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot. Case closed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
He's an idiot.
we should note former random guy on IMDb because IMDb scrubbed his account.
Nice. If you abuse the power we give to you,
Yes.
we will take it from you.
Yep.
You may
He'll
now
probably go.
only look.
Listen,
At,
he'll probably
at
go
IMDb.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
He'll probably go somewhere else and do
Oh,
some
yeah.
of the same shit.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
then, he'll be once again, he'll have his 6 minutes of fame because that's how long this kind of shit lasts. And he'll be scrubbed again from the public. Case closed. Fuck this dude.
Yeah. This is like OCD cranked to 11. Okay.
That sounds like straight fuckery.
It is indeed. And I happen to like subs because I think that there's stuff that happens in Japanese voice acting that Western voice actors just can't convey.
Right.
And it's different in Japan.
Yeah.
It's not you voice a cartoon like it is in America.
Oh no, you're an actor. Like
yeah, you are an actual actor.
Not to say they're not actors out here; they are actors.
Oh yeah,
but out there, they're by their society, they're revered. It's kind of like wrestling out in Japan. Wrestling out in Japan is considered an actual sport, despite still being scripted. It's treated more as a sport than it is in the States. But anyway, go on.
But point that pretty much everyone in our age bracket can understand. Okay, Robotech versus Macross, specifically Minmay. Raise your hand if you cannot stand Robotech Minmay. She is the most annoying.
Her voice was definitely
her voice and the way her character was written, and just absolutely horrible. Meanwhile, in Japan, Minmay from Macross, Mari Iijima, has had a successful acting and stage singing career throughout Asia based off of what she did. And her character, the tone is completely different. The writing is completely different. She's not a ditz. She is a genuine, innocent ingenue who is unwise to the ways of the world, thrust into this huge conflict. And so it's much more understandable and relatable. So that's just one of the things that happens that doesn't cross over very well in dubs.
I'll say this. and I'll say this to close the segment before we move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I grew to prefer subbed over dubbed, because the people that introduced me to anime preferred it. So most of the anime that we watch was subbed. But I grew to appreciate sub when I was literally shown back to back the same scene from Macross Plus, from the Macross Plus 4-part. One scene in subbed, one scene in dubbed.
Yep.
And it's the speech that I can't remember old green dude gives out in front of the hospital when he's fighting with the main character.
Gold.
In the Japanese version, the sub version, he has this diatribe that he goes on for at least 2 to 3 minutes. In the dubbed version, the whole scene is over in about 2 minutes. Like it's not a matter of you can say it faster. It's a matter of the translation to English isn't always direct, so you don't always get what was meant to be conveyed without the subtitles translating it for you, as opposed to.
It's like the Inuits having like 60 different words for snow, whereas
yeah. Because listen, I just thought about it. So one of my favorite anime, manga, movies is Akira. That's the fucking standard. Now, I remember one of the original dubs. Okay, it was great. Kaneda, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. But listen, they redubbed it again, and you know what? It totally fucking sucks, and I hate it. I want that original. No, because the subs. That's how I watched the movie, the original Akira. That was like, I don't know how many times we watched it. Me, Steve, we sat and watched that fucking film at least several times. Okay.
Yeah.
And here it is, a new dub, and it's like, I was waiting for that scene to pop up, like, when he slapped those, when he slapped the kids. I mean, when he started slapping the students around, when he went back to the comedy, say, "Listen here, pops." You know what I'm saying? Like, that was some, but like,
it's just,
what happened?
Exactly.
I need answers. Answers.
And this isn't to rag on people who primarily want to watch dub. I get it. I understand, because you do have to separate your reading and listening and watching capabilities, and it's constantly your eyes going back and forth between the sub and the action on the screen. You don't want to miss stuff. It's like right. It's not for everyone. That's fine.
It's not.
Yeah. But anyway, so
all right.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out, random guy.
Yeah. Later. All right, so we'll close. We'll close that there and jump over to Disney Plus and Marvel. Now, there are supposedly X-Men 97 golden rules. This is per Bo DeMeo, creator of the wildly popular X-Men 97 series, and has been no stranger to controversy recently with his with his messy departure from Marvel.
Yeah.
He's excited over the X-Men finally making the MCU debut. Is at an all-time high with the newest trailer for Avengers Doomsday, centering around their story. Now DeMeo has released pages from what he refers to as his Bible, giving fans the blueprint that live-action adaptation could really benefit from following. Basically, to sum it up, he says that that Wolverine is a C-rank character, and that they need to move on from the more established faces in their storytelling of whatchamacallit. He said that X-Men 97, his idea before he left for X-Men 97 was that each season was going to focus on a different character and not just the main characters that have always been part of the X-Men lore. So I'm assuming he's talking about the core, like Cyclops, Beast, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Professor X, like telling those Magneto, like telling those stories. Right. We've seen those stories.
Franchise characters,
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I interject here, because to you non-comic reading motherfuckers, I'm going to say this. You guys are the reason, you're the reason why it's like you're destroying your own destruction. Okay.
Yeah.
It is not Chris Claremont's fault that Wolverine became, well, actually, yes, it is. Listen. The 1980s, I don't give a fuck about the 90s or the 70s, but I will say this: the 1980s are the reason why the X-Men were so popular, because you got to figure Days of Future Past. You have the fucking Jean Grey, the death of Jean Grey, the Phoenix Saga. Okay, they were staples in the movies. But it's like Wolverine.
Even though Dark Phoenix is the worst X-Men movie ever.
Yeah.
And oh shit, yeah, that's that Blue Dog.
That's another topic.
That's a topic for a whole nother episode. But my whole situation with this is that was some of the best writing. Wolverine, you got to remember, he became in his own Alpha Flight, and then the 80s, X-Men. I mean, he was the baddest motherfucker that lived. He didn't give he gave zero fucks about nothing but Jean Grey.
Yep.
He punched out Cyclops. He told Chuck to kiss his ass, literally.
His first appearance, he goes toe to toe with the Hulk and survives.
Yeah, so it's like, what? And all these Johnny come latelys, Wolverine is a popular character. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman, keep making your money, bro.
Yeah.
Keep making your money.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, but Wolverine, Punisher, and Deadpool have outsized influence within the comics because they went from what they were into the ultimate toxic fan service. It has to be all about these guys. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. And it's just okay. I mean, I just had this discussion with somebody about how, literally, Punisher goes into Gotham City, starts cleaning up the town. Sure, Batman's just going to lock him up. But Batman isn't Gotham's only protector. You think Frank's going to actually survive Jason Todd, who has zero fucks about killing people, much less Jason's boothing Artemis, the Amazon who replaced Diana as Wonder Woman in the 90s?
Yeah.
Who really doesn't particularly... And people are coming out, it's like, no, Frank will put them all. He's fought, Amazon level. It's like, no, he hasn't. Frank has adamantium level plot armor. That's how he survives.
Here's the thing with Frank Castle.
And yet he fought Archie. Okay, let's
hold on. Frank Castle is gonna die in that thing, facing gods and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing about it. Frank gonna take one or two of them with him. Like Frank ain't going down without a fight. That's the love of that. That's the thing that people love about the Punisher. Is that
but
Punisher's not.
Yeah, I totally get what you're laying down here. But
I'm not saying he would win. I'm saying like he would die trying.
It's a mutually assured destruction thing between him and Jason. Yeah.
Yes.
Abso-freaking-lutely. So.
But anyway, So needless to say.
But it's just all these fans. It's the fans who push the Iron Age upon us,
Right.
and how everything had to be extreme. Everyone in the 90s, every male guy had to have the mullet, had to have the pouches, had to have the gun that was bigger than two people stacked onto each other.
Or sword if you play RPGs.
Yeah. No. We ain't gonna clown on the Buster Sword, okay?
Shit. I'm gonna wield this thing that's 3 times bigger than me.
But yeah,
I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I loved every minute of watching it and playing it and everything else. But that was the most hilarious thing I ever saw in my life.
It would have been fine if it was just a phase.
Yeah.
But we have gone from a phase into this is now canon. This is now how the character needs to be presented. And I like getting back to the subject of what Beau DeMayo had. I like the idea of focusing on the other characters. It's not just Wolverine and the X-Men. I mean, you want that. There's a whole animated series for you on that.
Oh, bro, there's so much footage of that. Like, give us
but I mean, like Cyclops, Beast, Gambit and his, even though he's not a character I particularly like, but he got his flowers this past season. So having each season focus on a different character's development arc, I think that's great in there, and giving the main characters a bit of a break and showing how awesome other characters can be. Was the secret to why the DC animated universe was so successful, because they were able to highlight not just the big names, not just Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, etc. They brought new life to B and C tier characters.
Exactly.
I mean, who the entire DC animated universe arc for Mr. Freeze, who can watch that and not cry at that character's total arc, from Batman animated series all the way up through the future and Batman Beyond, and what Victor Freeze had to go through in there.
Now when I look at it myself, it's ironic to me listening to us discuss this, because I just had this conversation with my daughter the other night about no successful television series, or I would even say streaming series, has been successful without using the trope of having, let's say you have a 10-episode season. You're going to get at least one episode that is not surrounding the main characters or cast, and is focusing on a side character or a sub character.
Yeah.
For just that episode, you're gonna get that, because that's what good storytelling. That's what good storytelling is. You flesh out an entire universe instead of just focusing on one set of characters.
And some have had failed pilots. No.
Yep. And Saint and I are going to delve into that concept later on in the show, believe it you me. But last point for me is it gets back to Bruce Timm's instructions to the writing room on Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Rule number 1, every character is somebody's favorite. You have to keep that in mind, and you have to do right by, even if it's just like a dozen people who like Booster Gold. You have to do right by those 12 people.
That's a given.
You have to make any appearance count for something. Otherwise, why do you have them in there?
That's a given.
When you watch the show, you see that everybody shines.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and then too, though, like you see movies and you see like DC animated movies. A perfect example is Justice League Earth 2. Or Earth, in Crisis. And even though they didn't have speaking roles, you got a chance or a glimpse to see evil versions of Black Lightning or evil versions of Elongated Man, you know what I'm saying, with a crime syndicate, and you look at this and be like, damn, I never thought about that. Even Lobo.
Yep.
I don't know how Lobo gets punked into, working for Ultraman, but I digress.
But yeah, and it's just that thing. And, sadly, Disney really shot themselves in the foot, and they've been shooting themselves in the foot for a good 5+ years with how they've been treating the creators who are bringing them these billions in profit. And Bo DeMeo is one of them. And unfortunately gets into a he said, she said situation in there, which I think is just really ridiculous when you consider the subject of the he said, she said in there. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, it came out that Bo DeMeo had a OnlyFans page where he was doing workouts, gym work. Not even, just your average. He did gym rat, TikToks, and OnlyFans, shirtless. So yeah, gay thirst trap. Who cares? But Disney was at a point where they were facing whatever pushback over diversity, and they went into panic mode.
Of course they did.
Yeah, this is part of the great diversity cleansing that happened 2020, 21 or so.
Yeah. Things happen.
Yep.
Things happen. That's just crazy work. That's just crazy work.
Right. So, what else you got on for us, Dark Lord?
Well, Dark Lord is currently not on the screen right now.
Sorry,
so.
I was. Sorry, I was on a other page. So.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. All right. I see somebody else is welcoming in. Welcome to the Cheap Pop Podcast, y'all.
Yeah. Yep. This is us without our leadership.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. My internet decided to go out, and that wasn't cool.
No, that wasn't cool. I've been having some of that problems with my internet. But anyway.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So,
in other news.
Oh, there it is. Hold on. There it is. Hold on. There it is.
Yeah.
It's slowly but surely coming back. Something went wrong, and everything just kind of went berserk.
Yeah. It's all good.
Hold on.
So.
Hey, Jersey. What's up? Let me go ahead and give a shout out or give a welcome. All right, I want to give a welcome to JCP27, also PlayStation affiliated, so to speak, running that Call of Duty all the fucking time. But definitely representing the state of New Jersey. What's cracking? How you doing? Welcome to the page. This is what it is sometimes, but this is the Cheap Pop Podcast. We do we talk about pop culture, talk about TV stuff, wrestling stuff, video gaming, and all that other kind of good shit. But we
talk about what we wanna.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been, and I call Shea Jersey. I guess what now? Going on 2. Damn, Now, oh, wait a minute, hold on. 3 years.
Okay.
This would be the third year that I've been checking out Shay. And listen, the streams with the Call of Duty be hitting, talking lots of shit, but sometimes staying quiet. And that's exactly what it is. And definitely I appreciate you always tapping in, or always, pulling up when you can. And I get into your streams every once in a while, always on that goddamn microphone, and just be up that close and in the screen and all the other good shit. No, I'm just talking about you, bad. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely appreciate it. But
so
yeah,
everyone currently listening to us vamping, go check them out when you get a chance.
Yep. So at any rate, though, like I was saying, when we were talking about these shows.
Just to vamp a little bit, because I know you and I we're going to talk about this more next segment, but that's something that I think Fallout Season 2 is leaning into, where it doesn't have to be Lucy and the Ghoul 24/7 in the show. They're each episode so far in Season 2, they've taken a break from one of the main characters, at least one of the main characters.
Are you talking about Maximus?
Well, Maximus out for the first one, but comes back in a big way. But I'm talking about like focusing on like Norm, focusing on bringing back Thaddeus in that way.
Okay.
And bringing other minor ancillary characters in, giving them a little bit more depth, making it feel like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah, we ran into him. How you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm doing
fine. I'm fine. I'm in charge of a child labor, but hey.
Yeah. And you know what though, and it was something else I had wanted to say about this thing with the X-Men and the secondary characters. It's like that's another thing that's kind of like troping, with the Marvel universe in itself. And it's like it seems to me it seems to me that everybody was focusing on the Marvel universe, especially during the game years, because you think about it. Even my son said that Marvel versus Capcom, the last Marvel versus Capcom, the Infinite, not the Infinite one, or the what I call Marvel versus Capcom 4, that was just MCU without the X-Men. And I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? You were absolutely right. My son said that.
Yeah. And that's what happens when you're coming in, when you're adapting a world, a universe that has thousands of characters that have contributed in ways large and small.
Right.
Like I said, not every character is going to have the Superman, the Captain America impact, but they are going to have their own small impact in the lives of the universe in some way in there. And, a lot of those stories deserve to be told, and, and people highlight. And also it's good to get away. It's like, everyone knows Wolverine, main X-Men character, but they don't necessarily know other X-Men. They don't know, they may not know Iceman. They may not know Angel. I mean, those are two of the founding members.
Yeah.
But they've just fallen by the wayside for various reasons.
Well, I also think, and just because I know we got to get it wrapped up, but I have to also think it's because before the 1970s, you know, the 1970s X-Men, you know, and I hate to say it, you know, the X-Men were primarily white. You had Beast, you had Cyclops, you had Jean Grey,
but that's also true
and Iceman and Angel. But then when 75 hit, then you got
Storm,
Banshee, who was Irish. You got Storm, who was African. You got Thunderbird, indigenous, you know, Nightcrawler, who was German. So,
And you got more obvious physical mutations, like with Nightcrawler. I can't think of, I mean, everyone was body normal up to that point.
Right.
Aside from Warren with the wings, which, let's face it, that's not exactly, you know, a horrific physical mutation, having wings like that. But you got Nightcrawler now, who literally looks like a demon. And he's a hero. And, you know, he is everything, you know, it's that panel from God Loves, Man Kills, where Reverend Stryker said, "You dare call that thing human?" You know, it has that impact in there.
Yeah,
sure,
no doubt.
All right, fellas.
Yeah.
So let's wrap this up. This is a very hot topics for this week. Open this up. Almost 40 minutes. Gotta love it.
Yep.
All right. So pop culture corner. Yes, I do my own echoes. I'll say where we talk about everything pop culture that we can find.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna open up. You just did 20 minutes with these two gentlemen. It's time to do about 5 or 10 more, as these two gentlemen will be giving us.
We kind of worked at a sneak peek of the summary while you were fiddling around.
Yeah.
Because, you already got through that?
No. We didn't get through it, but we talked about one of the big things about Fallout Season 2 is that it's not Lucy and the Ghoul 24/7 in Fallout Season 2. In fact, each of the 3 episodes so far, they take a break from the main characters, either individually or separately. I mean, you know, first episode of Season 2, Maximus doesn't appear at all, but he comes back in a big way in this last episode. Oh man!
Well, I will let you two gentlemen cover that.
All right. Okay. So listen. I cannot remember his name, but he definitely did his part with the
Kamal Najani.
That was
Xander.
Yeah, Xander. That was some of the best shit there. But just Lord have mercy.
When he appeared last episode, walking in with that 100% swagger, saying, "So I hear we're discussing a civil war." Yeah. And the whole and seeing this episode, the splintering of the Brotherhood of Steel.
Right.
And last night, I just got in Fallout 76. I just got into the fracturing shenanigans of the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 76. Okay,
right.
And that is a pretty nice storyline. But you know, the Brotherhood, they've got the cold fusion doohickey now. They can pump out as many fusion cores for power armor as they want or need forever, and they want to keep it from the rest of the Brotherhood of Steel so that they can take over every single other faction.
Right.
In there. And also, by the way, Fallout TV series takes place 10 years after the events of Fallout 4. So that's why the Commonwealth Brotherhood is already kind of established as its own little power base.
Yeah.
In there. But
so the Commonwealth, that's right, because the Commonwealth was kind of toast. So
so everyone's jockeying in the Brotherhood's jockeying for position in different ways. And you also see the internal structural where the Mojave Desert Brotherhood is very much Opus Dei in nature, where it's a religious calling to preserve the technology and to keep it out of the hands of the unworthy. And only the Mojave Brotherhood has what it takes to lead now, and that.
Yeah.
More backflashes to Cooper dealing with Mr. House.
Yeah. Now you know what that's the one guy I don't like that guy.
House.
He's a swarmy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
swarmy ass bastard. Like
I mean,
like I wouldn't trust him.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't trust him with my bank card and my mom.
Right. But here's the thing though, that he's set up even through New Vegas, he is set up to be that guy. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Robert House is the Rob in Robco. He is the world's wealthiest man. He sees how the world is lining up for war. You honestly think that he is not going to create his own utopia with anti-missile technology and defenses so that he has his own little fiefdom when the world goes to shit? Yeah, absolutely. And dude, but the benefit of focusing on the side characters is we got Hank, Kyle MacLachlan, just see episode 2 where he's continuing the
experiments.
The experiments, and just that solid 5-10 minutes of him popping it onto a rat. Rat explodes from the command, going back, fetching another rat, bringing it back, sticking it in, rat explodes, going back. I mean, yeah, it was.
Yeah, the human experiments though.
Oh yeah,
that was just a little unnerving.
Oh yeah, and which Fallout, let's face it, is supposed to be unnerving.
Of course it is.
It's unrestrained capitalism. Anything for a buck, and they do mean anything. I mean, we had Thaddeus show up in episode 3. Remember Maxim's buddy in the Brotherhood of Steel?
Yeah.
Who was but he got shot through the neck with an arrow and healed through it and is becoming a ghoul. Yeah, Thaddeus shows back up. He's running a child labor camp in a bottle refinery where they're just taking bottles of Nuka-Cola, opening up and taking the caps off.
Yeah.
And it's sir, we're thirsty. Drink the cola. We're talking about juvenile diabetes there. So
yeah, that was not cool.
Yeah. And then I don't want to. I'm not going to.
Yeah, because I don't want to spoil it. But Xander, he's about serious fuckery.
Yeah,
and that's all I got to say about that.
And just that face, that heel turn, because you're like, okay, yeah, I got Xander's vibe. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Yeah, I like him. Holy shit!
No, we should have known. We should have known better that this motherfucker was fixing to be, it's fixing to be all bad, and that's the trope. The good he comes in kind of like the good guy, kind of like I mean, it's all good, let's go have a bowl of popcorn, and then all of a sudden, let me just take the butter off your popcorn and just fuck it.
It's like Warhammer 40K. Okay, there are no good guys. Okay, there are varying degrees of atrocity. Some less than others, but there are no good guys, and that arc just nails that point perfectly.
All right.
And, I was absolutely there for it. And I was talking to you about this. Lucy gets captured by the Legionnaires after the events of season 2.
Yeah.
She's on her own. She does what she thinks is the right thing and takes the lady back to their people after the ghoul warned her.
But
and hilarity does ensue because she comes into the Legionnaire camp and she thinks, oh, hey, I rescued one of theirs. People like me. No.
But there, like you said, there was, she, let me just put it to you this way, and I'll just put it to you this way. She wanted the golden rules to follow. She didn't follow it. She keeps putting herself into major threats of fuckery. Okay. Yeah. The ghoul is just going to keep on backing her up. I mean, she's a great crack shot. Just go ahead, do the job, and that's it. That's all. And
take care of number one before you take care of everyone else. You have to help yourself before you can help others. Otherwise, you're just going to drag everyone down, or you're going to drag yourself down with others.
All right.
And just the absolute comedy gold of her lecturing the Legionnaires about the inaccuracies of, because she finds out that she's being offered up to their Kaiser or whatever.
You know what?
No. That's the German pronunciation. I believe it's Caesar in there. And freaking Noctra wasn't really a Roman thing. That was a Middle Ages thing where they were using the Latin to sound fancy. I was like, oh my God, shut up.
I gotta go ahead and listen. Shout out to Macaulay Culkin.
Oh God,
for this, because like he totally aced the role.
Kevin McAllister has grown up. He's still got that same troublemaker attitude, but he's at zero. He's at zero fucks now, man. He's
a dick though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's why.
He's what what the Wet Bandits. He's what the Wet Bandits should have been. All right, that he should what the Wet Bandits should have been.
But that was a wonderful conversation, there, fellas.
Yeah,
Dave,
but season 2 well underway. Episode 4 this coming, I think, Tuesday. So just a couple days to be on the lookout for that on Amazon. And we're getting expansion of the world, expansion of the lore, expansion of pretty much everything, and it is phenomenal. And just a late breaking thing, I know we talked about Tim Kaine going back to Obsidian last week. Tim Kaine, co-creator of Fallout. There was recently an interview where he basically said, I am done pouring my heart and soul into creating things that make other people money. Because he's not seeing any of the stuff from Fallout. He's not seeing any royalties or residuals. So he's doing Austin Theory. I'm out for myself now.
Right. Yeah.
Well, hey, we all end up having to do that sometimes.
Yep. Like we just said, you got to take care of number 1 before you can take care of numbers 2 onward.
True. All right. So this next subject is kind of we already knew this, but I didn't necessarily know to scale. But the rumor has it that Marvel Studios is developing multiple mutant-related projects, including a new Wolverine movie. A new Wolverine movie we already knew. We had heard.
It's a given. I mean, God damn it.
Yeah, after the popularity of Deadpool and Wolverine, and
even without the popularity of Deadpool and Wolverine, we knew that there was going to be like an entire franchise of Wolverine standalone films.
But all right, so Marvel's X-Men reboot is slowly but surely taking shape. Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier is set to take the helm, and Michael Leslie currently working on the script. casting is said to be underway, even though nothing has been secured. They said, though, nothing has been officially announced by Marvel. It is widely believed that the mutant saga will follow when the multiverse saga concludes with Avengers: Secret Wars.
Yep. Which
I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, the current plan for the MCU is, of course, Avengers: Doomsday, which is then going to lead into Avengers: Secret Wars, where who knows if we're going to see Kang back for that or not, but that's the point where we're going to get all the properties back unified. Fantastic Four, X-Men, everything is going to be reunified, and Sony's going to hang on to their Spider-Man IP, but still license it out to Marvel.
Right.
Like a smart business person would. I don't
Well, no,
understand.
A smart business person, aka someone who doesn't work at Sony, would have licensed out the entire IP to Disney. Okay, not just the Spider-Man character. Okay, let's face facts.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney was absolutely wasted in Madam Web. If she's going to be in any Spider-Man related project, it should be Black Cat. Okay, come on. Am I wrong or am I wrong on that?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay, we're going to do Morbius. Who? We're going to do Craven. Okay, but Craven without Spider-Man, and we're going to do. The only thing that even makes a lick of sense that they're proceeding with is switching Donald Glover from a Hypno Hustler project into Prowler. Okay, that works. Donald Glover as Hypno Hustler. Okay, I'll be in for the novelty, but Donald Glover as Prowler, yes, please. Give me 2 tickets to that, and that's just for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm in agreement that doing the mutant saga to me is going to be huge because now you're retapping into a whole nother base of Marvel fandom, because people who don't necessarily understand the comics is that the Avengers side of things is it's kind of one part of Marvel, and then you have the X-Men. And there are individual fan bases for both. Of course, there's people like myself that love both. Really, and all of it and all that. But in general, within the Marvel fan base, there are X-Men fans and there are Avengers fans. So they've placated to Avengers fans for the past 10 years
because they didn't have the rights.
Right. Because they hadn't yet. And now they're going to give their fanfic service. Kevin Feige's going to give his fanfic service to X-Men.
And I cannot wait to see one of the legendary Avenger X-Men throwdowns happen on the big screen. Doesn't necessarily need to be the last one where it was Avengers versus X-Men, although leading up to it could be possible. I'm excited to. I'm not going to throw shade on the first 2 X-Men films, but they have the MCU, Kevin Feige and the MCU have the chance to redo all the mistakes that have been made since X2 with the franchise. Dark Phoenix saga, New Mutants with the Demon Bear. Everything that happened afterwards, X3, and they have a chance to remake that mistake. The only question is, are they going to learn from the mistakes that Fox made with the X-Men franchise? Full props for Days of Future Past. I think that was as good of fitting that storyline into the franchise as it was, as they could have done. Also,
I don't know.
Also, bravo to altering a character to fit a spectacular actor, and that is altering Boulevard Trask to get Peter Dinklage.
Okay, I'll give it that, but there was the only thing, because Bolivar Trask, that, I mean,
yeah,
if there's no Bolivar Trask, there's no Sentinels.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we
Right.
but
even then, there's a certain point in the comics where the Sentinels pass the singularity and they're now self-propagating, and Trask becomes completely irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, just just the start off of it, but
right.
My only thing with the Days of Future Past, I mean, okay, Bishop, there was an element with that.
Yeah.
They could have.
I'm not saying
they could have passed me with that. Yeah, because they could, like, there were some parts of that movie where eventually, because everybody was pretty much dead. At that time, and Wolverine was supposed to have been missing. So
what I'm saying though is that for the state that the X-Men franchise, that the Fox X-Men franchise was, in at the time, that was the best Days of Future Past could have been.
Fair enough. All right, fellas. Hopefully, Kevin Feige and them will do justice. I believe in him. Like he's got a 10-year track record of doing justice. For
I would. And the article that we're going off of has a picture of Daphne Keane as X-23. I mean, I think that she is going to be a phenomenal. She's a phenomenal replacement as Wolverine in the comics to replace Logan in there. I want to see Gabby. Okay, come on, let's face it. Her little clone sis. Okay, because that is that big sister little sister dynamic between the two is just absolutely fantastic. As much as I will crap on Wolverine for the edginess of the character, the recent turn since the introduction of X-23 into edgy dad mode has been absolutely phenomenal character development for him, and I absolutely love it.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So again, I'm gonna move us forward, fellas. Great talk. Like I said, we are on fire today. I want to say, all right. So next
new year, new us.
Yep. It's just something that I want to see if you guys are excited for. I know we talked about it a few months ago on the show, but I myself am pretty super excited for it, and that is Wonder Man. Starts at the end of the month.
Yes.
And gentlemen, what are your thoughts?
With there's a lot of chatter online. Yeah. So first of all, the first trailer for Wonder Man, full trailer, not just a teaser, is out, and it's on YouTube. We'll have a link on the Facebook page. But one of the things I love about this is that they are going full bore into the 90s Peter David Wonder Man title.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got a raid.
Okay.
Just got a raid. All right. J to the row, representing BGU. Squad up. That's what's up, y'all. Thanks. I definitely appreciate that, bro. Definitely appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Continuing forward.
Yeah. But yeah, they are definitely going full bore into the absolute absurdity of the Peter David Wonder Man series from the 90s, where Simon tried to be a full-time Hollywood actor. And unfortunately, he was often fighting. I mean, he was doing crime fighting and avenging and stuff, but the crime fighting was sometimes publicity stunts set up by his own agent.
Okay, that's a
who would go and recruit some supervillains for Simon to fight just to upgrade. But the cool thing about the trailer is that it looks like Simon's got his powers as of the blip.
Yeah. Now here's a trip. Here's a trippy part. I just saw something. I can't remember. Oh, I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy. And there are a bunch of posters, and they can't, they've already like seen it. There are a bunch of posters of Nathan Fillion
as Wonder Man,
as Simon Williams. There's one of with Tony Stark. Is a Tony Stark biography. The shit's funny to me. I just thought it was
it is absolutely hilarious. And
like, what the hell?
I mean, and they're setting this up as such a meta story where it's, it's dealing with the concept of superhero fatigue in Hollywood in there, and it's just, the trailers have been absolutely fantastic. But yeah, and it's Yahya Abdul Mateen II. So I apologize for getting his name messed up. But we already know that we also know that Simon's brother Eric is going to show up, aka Grim Reaper, and he's going to be played by Demetrius Gross. So I am all set for this show because, like I said, I absolutely love the 90s Peter David Wonder Man series. It was fantastic and so absurd. I mean, you had him getting back to the whole meta plot over superheroes. You had one a character in the Wonder Man comic book series called Gamma Burn, who is a female gamma irradiated character, of course, because we don't have enough of those. But the thing is that she was exposed to gamma radiation as an experiment into using gamma energy as a cure to PMS, because that's going to settle everything down.
Oh my God.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Wait, what?
All right.
Yes, I know. Yeah. That's how absurd the series got. And it was amazing. I mean, we're talking Peter David, may he rest in peace.
That's some do you remember that movie Mystery Men?
Yes.
You remember the one lady that had her powers?
Yes,
but,
PMS Avengers.
But she was PMS, bitch. Wait, what?
Yeah, but it was. I mean, anyway, if you're in a comic aficionado mode, go get the 90s Peter David Wonder Man run. You will not regret it. It is fantastic for the action, for the comedy, and for the commentary, as everything Peter David created was. It's top freaking notch.
All right.
So
I'm just wondering.
I'm just wondering if Eric's going to be full on Grim Reaper at some point. Because in the trailer they set up that Simon's already on the superhero registry for damage control, and that they've been watching him, and they consider him a very potent threat. So I'm wondering if instead of Eric becoming Grim Reaper through AIM, if Eric becomes Grim Reaper through damage control. We'll see.
We will see. All right, so staying in the Marvel world, but moving back to Doomsday. It is rumored to feature the big screen debut of this fan favorite Disney Plus character, so that you guys don't have to guess who it is. It's our brother in crime. Nah, it's Owen Wilson
as Mobius. Mobius M. Yes. Mobius
is being
Loki's handler in the Time Variance Authority.
Yep. And so I am super juiced to see that, because I hated the fact that he had to go, or that he had to go the way he did, and whatchamacallit.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. I am all in for that. I thought that the dynamic between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston was just spot on perfect. And also, apparently, I guess Tom Hiddleston's done some voiceover work for Doomsday.
Oh,
Nice.
one other thing. Oh, I just want to go ahead and give a shout out. Be more humble. Once again,
Always.
representing BGU. Listen, we definitely appreciate you resubscribing to this channel, and
Yep.
you have done so for the last 7 months. I definitely appreciate it. You
Yep.
know, we try to do what we can to keep it running. We appreciate. Listen, this is the Cheap Pop Podcast. Check out our channel, y'all. Check out our channel. Like, we are off the chain over here. So, all right, keep it going. Keep it going.
We're like Barry Sanders with the ball. Okay, you can't hope to contain him.
Killing me. All right.
So, okay. But yeah,
right, so next. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go for it.
But next up after that is here's one that'll keep us going for a couple of minutes here. But not unfortunately, but yeah, Netflix. So it has Netflix back in the news again because they have it has been kind of leaked what their desired theatrical release schedule will be for movies produced by Warner Brothers.
Yep.
And if you read the article, then you know what the number is. And let me say this. It's ridiculous, but I understand where Netflix is coming from. Because like really there's this whole group of people that we wait for that then genuinely, and I've been one of them for several movies where I've been like, I'll wait till that comes out on stream. Like I have zero desire to go to the theater and see that. And so like just to fill you guys in, Netflix is proposing a 17-day theatrical release schedule. So basically from the day the movie is released to the day it goes away and they can release it on streaming is 17 days. That current distance, that current buffer is now, I believe, 45 days.
Yeah.
45 to 90 days they have to wait. But yeah, the Netflix is thinking about dropping that. So what do you guys think about that? Netflix trying to,
Well, you know what? I listen. My whole thing is this. I've been pissed off, first of all, with Warner Brothers because when the Batgirl movie was filmed and with Michael Keaton, like I'm sorry, they can blow to the four winds, but at least Acme versus Coyote is finally getting a release. But if there's a 17-day window, so be it. I could give 6 fucks less because we already know that all these big studios and everything like that, they're shutting it down. It's going to be no big Hollywood super productions anymore. And these actors are not going to be getting, they're going to be on, how can we put it? It's like $1 in a Dream or, what's it? Balling on a Budget.
Yeah. But
shit happens, ladies and gentlemen. That's just the reality of it. Cha-ching.
So first off, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav can eat a bag of dicks. And I'm not talking about the Seattle hamburger chain. Okay. So, the interesting thing is is that we think of the American theater going experience as the norm, but that's not true everywhere. Which, China is the second biggest market. Okay. Then I would probably go with either Europe or Japan for movie going. Japan does not have a theatrical movie going experience for a variety of reasons, primarily because they don't have the physical space to dedicate to these auditorium-sized theaters.
Yeah.
So that's really, Japan is what pushed the home theater revolution.
And I agree with that, because you know what? The one thing, because I just learned something the other day. Did you know that if there was no Dragon Ball Z, the economy would be crippled in Japan? It would be.
Believe it. I can believe it. I can believe it.
Dragon Ball, I'm dead.
How interlinked everything
no
is.
cap. No cap. Listen, Dragon Ball has been running since I was like 10 or like 12. I was 12 years old when Dragon Ball first started. I am now 57 or 56. How does this shit work?
Yeah, it's so interlocking, you know. But the point is that with the push for home theaters and
I'm sorry. Hold on. Fuck
hold on.
Fuck you, Tech.
Sorry.
Listen,
Yeah.
Japan pushed the home theater revolution. You sure it wasn't the cost of a small popcorn being $80 with a cup of ice being $50? Dude, you are so fucking wrong, bro.
He's wrong, but he's right. And I understand the reason why that is. Okay, having worked at a movie theater, I understand the economics of the snack bar. Okay, and it's actually interesting, but it's off topic. I'll delve into that another time. But so with COVID was the big push towards home entertainment. That's when streaming went from, this is kind of cool, to this is our must see. And then people, once they got used to streaming, it's like, why am I going to theaters and being surrounded by a bunch of assholes who have their cell phones turned on, who are talking, who are filming to post the film up on YouTube or whatever in there, and and paying, and like Tech said, paying $50 for a bag of popcorn that I spent basically $1.50 on to get a bag of microwave popcorn.
You got 16. You got 16 minutes of trailer and only 90 minutes of film. Man, kiss me.
Here's another thing that helped that along. Okay, it wasn't just the prices, so on and so forth. The advent of HD, slim, bigger than fucking life televisions. When you could start buying, not to say you couldn't buy but think about it. Back in the 80s, they were 80-inch television. Like I remember walking into Best Buy and looking at I think it was 57-inch or 55-inch LED screen TV, right? And the price tag on it said 10 grand. It was like $9,000, $9,700. I was like, I am never paying $10,000 for a television, regardless of how good of a quality. But now, since in the years since, those prices have come plummeting down to the point where when one of my 55 inches broke, I went out and bought a new one for $300 that day.
Yeah,
like literally, I was like, oh, okay,
you're getting a good like our 107-inch main TV in the main room. That was only like 500, maybe 700 max when we got it.
It used to be back in the day, and the only way you got like a wall size screen was if you were really, really rich or with projection. Now everybody has one hanging on their TV. So when you can get a similar, I would say it's not the exact theater experience, but with the right surround sound system and the right big screen TV, you can duplicate a small scale theater experience for like 5 to 6 people sitting on your couch to watch the movie at home and ain't got to worry about nothing and can literally pause the movie when you need to get up and go take a piss so that way you don't miss anything.
Thank
you. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes. Or like wait a minute, what was that? And rewind.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, it was definitely theaters driving up the prices, because like I said, I remember I've broken my rule 3 different times. I remember when tickets were $6 a piece, and I was like, if they ever go up to $10, I'm never going back to the movies again. Then they went up to $10, and I was like, if they go up to 15, I'm through. Now they have 15, but in all honesty, I haven't gone to the theater to see a movie in like easily. I see like 2 a year now compared to 1 a week when I was in my 20s. But yeah, so it's partially the price is going up, but it's partially that you can have a much more quiet and better experience at home watching a movie.
Yeah, because let's face it, people are assholes. Not you guys. You guys are cool. Not our viewers. Our viewers are cool.
Oh no, I'm an asshole.
But you're our asshole.
I'm a cool asshole.
But the general public are assholes. Okay. Yeah.
Where are my nachos? I mean, I think I can't remember what I think Roxy paid like $13, $14 for some fucking nachos, man. Like, what the fuck is this? And the bag, and she's like, I mean, what kind of fuckery is this, man? Like, nachos, man, and in a small ass box.
Yeah. Let's be perfectly honest here. The only reason why I still enjoy going to a theater is the fact that I am missing a leg, and the fact that I now can sit in the beautiful handicap seating with the full reclining and just stretch out and not have to worry about anyone kicking the back of my seat, anyone putting their feet up, right over my shoulders in the general audience. So, hey, it's expensive, but it's not, it's not cattle car coach anymore for me. So
I'll say this. I have figured out one loophole around the price thing. First and foremost, I never go to anything later than a matinee. Like a matinee is normally at the most expensive a matinee is like $10.50. And if you go to the first showing of the day at certain movie theaters, they call it the early bird special, you can see the movie for like $6.75 a ticket. But you got to go to whatever the first showing. If that's 8 o'clock, you got to be there at 8 o'clock. If that's 10 o'clock, then you got to be there at 10 o'clock. If you go to the very first showing, so that's a way to save money, because that's how me and my parents saw all the Marvel movies, is that we would go not the night of. Like I went and saw Avengers the midnight showing, but not the night of. But we would go the following Monday and go first thing in the morning, the first showing of the day. There was hardly ever anybody there because everybody's at work. And
I don't know. For me, certain movies.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but there were certain movies. There are good movies, but then there are certain movies that if you're gonna have to go because spoilers ensue, and I don't want to have to be on social media, so I have to duck and dodge a motherfucker telling me this and that, because I'm probably more than likely I'm gonna want to virtually punch him in the face and be like, "Bitch!" But my whole thing is that I just
why be mad at the entire internet for not keeping a secret instead of just keeping yourself off the internet?
I did keep myself off of there, but sometimes it can happen. It can happen to be a call or a phone call, and somebody will call you. Hey, guess what happened? Click. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you.
But getting back to Dark Lord, that's just theater dodging with extra steps.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we were poor high school kids, we used to just go to the matinee and then spend the time. We'd watch the movie, go into the bathroom, sit in the crapper for a little while, come back out, go into a different theater, and catch the next thing in the sequence. You can get good 3 to 4 movies in a day that way. For the price of a matinee.
Most don't even care because they're just happy that somebody's there. Here's a question from our audience. Can you imagine a theater converted into a modern church where each theater is a different faith?
Yes.
Just walk down a hall, past a couple of other religions, walk into yours. I was like, if they could be trusted to get along, I'd be down for that. I think that would be awesome.
And dude,
the right group of people.
Dude, Dark Lord, I know you can, count on your, on both hands the number of stadium theaters that are now churches in the Bay Area.
No shit, huh?
No,
shit.
I can see, I can see it now. Fucking Morgan Freeman. Well, you can believe the preacher is gonna talk to you now, and it's gonna be Reverend Oprah Winfrey. No, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, no, but a lot of the 1 or 2 screen theater complexes, when the economy gets rough and they have to sell off the property, they've converted over to churches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. All right. So last subject that we are going to look into is, Dave, just so you know, I skipped one down on the thing because I looked into that other one. There's nothing to it. All right. So final subject of Pop Culture Corner before we go into our break, our much needed break, because we have ran long for the first half of the show. It's an hour and a half. Normally we keep it under an hour. All right. So Sons of Anarchy is getting the perfect replacement biker show from OG creator and with a major star from DC. And Kevin Sutter, who is the creator of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. And
what are you saying this for, Saint? What's that?
Delete. No. Listen. Sons of Anarchy. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Mine less so.
Excellent.
But still good, yeah.
Why do we need another?
Because
unless they are going to revive Jax from the dead or something like that, or
listen, hold on. Before you go off, hold on, listen. Since Kevin Sutter turned bike culture into a television empire, thanks to the landmark series Sons of Anarchy and its spinoff series Mayans. It says, however, since Mayans ended its ride in 2023, there hasn't been much buzz about Sons universe and its potential future, at least not until today. News is now dropping that Sutter is developing a new biker theme series called Nomad, alongside Chris Collins from Sons of Anarchy and The Wire. Jason Momoa is set to star in the drama, which will be set in the violent underworld of New Zealand's outlaw bikers, where a warrior torn between 2 lives, 2 callings, and 2 families must decide which path defines his true destiny.
So we're basically getting a New Zealand version, an extended New Zealand version
of Sons of Anarchy.
Of the Ireland trip in Sons of Anarchy, which, hey, I was all good for that. I mean, I love Chibs. I love the extended storyline in there. And for those of you who are not familiar with Kurt Sutter beyond the name and creator of Sons of Anarchy, if you watch Sons of Anarchy, he played Otto, the member of the gang that was in prison, who got his eye stabbed out.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's Kurt Sutter. He writes what he knows.
Yeah,
I mean that was the shit. I will not.
I ain't gonna lie. I love me some Katie Seagal in Sons of Anarchy.
She was amazing. That entire series was just top freaking notch. And I'm sorry. I just want to see a spinoff of Chibs. Okay, because I love me some Tommy Flanagan, dude. Guy with the Glasgow smile. He literally got a Glaswegian smile when he was coming out of a club that he was DJing at one time. Okay, that's how he got his scars. He got jumped and he got cut. Gave him the Glaswegian Joker smile. That is, the Celts don't fuck around. Okay.
All right, guys. So that will close us out for Pop Culture Corner. Again, we're just doing really well today, really hot. Thanks to everybody who's been tapping in. Tinkers is always giving us gold in the comment section. We'll be back after about a 5-minute
comedy
break.
Gold.
Some promos for the other items that you can find around here on the First GenXers Broadcast Network on Twitch and KK Double Network on YouTube. We'll be back after the break, y'all. Peace.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. First GenXers. Gia. Let's get it, y'all. Come on. We back in the building. It's been a long time cooking in the soup kitchen. And I'm chilling with the same. Dropping these beats won't stop, nope, I can't. Let me get up in the lab, turn it up. Game on with the first GenXers. What's up? Let's flip on the switch or the Xbox and get up in my zone. I'm clowning. Let me clear my throat for a minute. Shout out to my folks while I'm in it. It ain't nothing but love, it's babe business. I really don't know what's so who ain't feeling this. And this is only the beginning. Now versus then, this is something for the chillin'. Poetic got the joints like McDonald's. I'm loving it. It's the first GenXers. We're now rocking with Poetic Beats. This is the first GenXers production. Get your PlayStations out. Get your Xbox out. Get your Switch out. Let's get it in, y'all. Holla back.
You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me. I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep it.
You getting on my nerves. You getting on my nerves. Gang, gang, bitch. You getting on my nerves. Gang, gang, bitch. You getting on my nerves. Get your titty, get your titty, get your titty on. Gang, gang, bitch. Get your titty, get your titty, get your titty on. I said what I said. No, please don't tell on me. No, please don't tell the police. Gang, gang, you getting on my nerves. She getting on my nerves.
All right, y'all. What is up? And we are back. That was just a little small promo there of all the great shows you can find right here on the GenXers Broadcast Network, from Now versus Then to Sugar and Spice to KD5P, all of it. Night Shift, James Schreier, all of it. There you go.
Lovely Radio.
Lovely Radio. Yep. Shout out. All right, so let's get through this segment because I know Tech Tinkers wants us to get through this real quick because, you know, he would rather us be talking about video games. But there's a couple of key things that I want to get to with starting with Monday Night Raw and the crowning of new tag team champions, the Usos.
I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about that one.
Yeah.
Kind of iffy about that.
Why? I happen to like.
I don't know. I mean, you know, I liked the simple fact. First of all, Jay was really doing his solo thing, and I love the fact that, you know, he got the chance to, you know, even temporarily wearing that championship belt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and congrats, you know, to you know, them getting back, you know, the tag team gold. And, you know, I'm not hating on it. I just, you know, I would have rather wanted to see just a little more, you know, build up. But I see that the tag team division is really going to be, you know, it's a good time to be in a tag team.
Oh yeah,
especially with these guys. But I just kind of wanted to see it a little later on, you know, just at that moment.
I do agree that there should have been a little bit more buildup, but I think that creative looked at the calendar and said, "Holy shit, we're in 2026. This is AJ Styles' last year. We can't keep him buried in the tag division." Yeah. No matter how good.
Well, I think that I was just going to say that. I definitely think that factored into why they dropped the belts. That right. And it's kind of like with the New Day. The New Day don't need a reason to go after the championships because the New Day have won the championships enough that they can just go after them when they please. And the same thing goes for the Usos. The Usos have been important enough to the tag team division as a whole that they can go after the championships whenever they want. And them getting this title run right now, I have a feeling they're going to end up dropping the belt somewhere around WrestleMania. Somebody else. I'm with the group of people that believes that this is going to be a storyline that pretty much Jay's heel turn. This is going to lead to Jay's heel turn. I can see that definitely happening, because Jay doesn't seem too ecstatic. Like, he's happy to be champ, but he doesn't seem too ecstatic.
He's kind of entering into that stoic phase of, you know, I need to get what's mine. Everyone's telling me I need to get what's mine. I need to get what's mine. And so he's got his tag champion back. But now the next step is I need to get that single belt back. I need to get the heavyweight championship back.
Yes, very much.
And he's going getting up to that. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to have a Jay versus Jim match.
I don't think we're going to see that again no time soon.
Not at a major pay-per-view. We may get that on a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown or something like that.
But not
the feud, but not at the major.
To me, that was a debacle.
Not after what happened last time.
Never saw
that match with Big Jim. Yeah, it was just sloppy. So
that was ass. It was ass.
So all right. Also coming out of there, you had Stephanie Becker retain in a triple La Primera in a championship match against Raquel Rodriguez and Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
She pinned Bella after Rodriguez basically cleared the ring and hit Bella with a Tejana bomb, and then which is a logical way to have her win.
But what is Nikki Bella even doing back?
She's a Hall of Famer, and she was bored.
Yeah.
Like no, like literally, like
I know that's the actual explanation, but I'm trying to just get this in my mind. It's like
here, I'll give you an extreme example. If Trish Stratus found herself and felt as if she was in good enough shape to do a 2-year run with WWE on a weekly basis, they would open the door for her and say, "Come on in."
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if you can make me more money. Like that's the one thing that still stands till this day, despite Vince not being with the company for I believe almost 3, 4, 5
Make
years.
that money.
Is that if you can make the company money, you are more than welcome. Mae Young could climb up out her grave, okay, and if she was in good enough condition to go, they would trot her, and they thought they could make money off her. They would trot her out there.
Yeah,
that's the one thing for many years WWE has never had shame about, and that is about making that money.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the biddies.
Thank you. I'm just wondering how much further we're going to go. I mean, are we going to get to the level where Spew's going to be making a comeback?
Who, Droz?
Spew. I don't know what his new name might be.
Well, no, not new name. Like Droz was the guy that did the puke gimmick.
Puke.
We're puking all over the place. Yeah. The name of that guy was Droz. Yeah, the name of that wrestler was Droz. But yeah, no. And if Droz wanted to come back, yeah, they'd probably bring him back. I just doubt they'd have him doing the puke gimmick because I don't think it'll go well nowadays. But all right, in the process of Gunther talking his, which I do believe will lead to a Gunther versus AJ match. It just won't be AJ's retirement match.
Please don't let it be AJ's retirement match.
Absolutely not.
It won't be.
Right. Three legends in a row. That's
Gunther tapped out R-Truth this week, so that's technically three in a row. Yeah, Droz. Yes, I do believe he passed away. J to the row. I do believe you're correct.
Oh, okay.
Passed away a while ago. Like I want to say shortly after that, Attitude Era was over. But yeah. So it was a great segment. I definitely think with the backstage segments going at the way that they are, that we're heading towards a Gunther versus AJ match. Like
maybe
for sure. Like which will be a good match, because here's the thing with Gunther versus AJ would be it's really weird. Gunther versus John Cena was like old school WWE taking on new school WWE. And here's what's funny. I'm about to blow your mind. I'm not saying that the person who's old school is John Cena. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Gunther wrestles an old school, gorgeous George style of wrestling. John Cena was more indicative of the newer style that is wrestled in WWE today.
Right.
AJ Styles is even more indicative of the style that's used by TNA and AEW. So having him go up against Gunther is, again, taking that old school WWE style and pitting it against a newer style. Right. Does Gunther go over? Who knows? But all I know is that match was the epitome of that. Hence Michael Cole's declaration at the end of the match: professional wrestling has just killed sports entertainment. It was for a reason.
Yeah,
it was
for a reason. I can understand that. And I think that I don't think we've really seen Gunther do any high fly. Like
he's jumped off the top rope like twice.
Right. But I'm talking about, like, Cena and Jey Uso, they are air mobile when they need to be. And I think that's what Gunther has more difficulty with, is when the people that are closer to his size do the springboards, and all those other things, the high flying stuff that's now mixed into the new style, like you said.
Right. And Gunther, again, the style that Gunther has is based on his body frame.
Yeah.
Based on how he can work. It's just like the Great Khali and the Big Show don't wrestle the same style as Rey Mysterio. Right. Like you're not gonna see somebody Big Show size doing lucha. And if you do, please send me that video. But anyway,
but that's why we got Otis and the War Raider. So
yes, true. Hey, those guys, man. But all right, so another storyline that was furthered is Austin Theory is now officially a member of the division.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm kind of here for it. I like it.
It's mid. It's
yeah. That's exactly what it is. I mean, he's mid right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really like. I don't believe like that's like I believe in Joe Hendry, but in Austin and
holy shit, he disappeared behind you.
Yeah, like
we need
what?
Kev. We need to do
we
that.
Need answers.
But Kev, we need to have a graphic so that whenever anyone says Joe Henry, all of a sudden, still of him pops up behind the person who said the name.
We'll have to work that out. I'll see what StreamYard is capable.
Yeah.
All right. So just to touch on the last couple of subjects out of Raw, you had a confrontation between Braun Breaker and CM Punk, and unfortunately, I love Braun Breaker. Just remember that as I'm saying this. Please take that in and remember that. He is not ready to go toe-to-toe on the mic with CM Punk.
No, he's getting better.
Yes.
He's getting better. But
he kind of bitched him. He kind of he pulled his bitch card.
Yeah.
And it was funny. And I actually enjoyed it. He pulled his bitch card.
So
it's you know, give Braun another couple years more in the game, and we'll see where his promo game is at. Because I think that's the last tool that he needs to really take over and be the face of the company. He needs that promo.
In ring, he's got all the skills. He's got absolutely. He just needs to work on that mic work.
I did love CM Punk dissing the Steiner family though, man. That was just
because he kind of like he slapped the shit out of him. Like that would have been literally like, get over here. He kind of insulted him. Yeah.
Again, this is why I say
he said, not today.
Before
Punk is still the best in the world, not just with with the wrestling moves, but with the promos. Yeah. Right. Now that Cena's out, Punk is number one, no questions, no competition.
The women's division saw a lot of action with Becky Lynch confronting Maxine Dupree, showing again that I love Maxine Dupree, but she's still working on her promo work. And Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are attacked and engage in a brawl with the Kabuki Warriors, and also Bayley and Lyra Valkyria approach Adam Pearce about a tag team match. The women's tag team division is on fire right now as well.
Both tag team divisions are just stacked right now.
Yeah, right now, like 100%.
Yeah.
All right. So
I kind of love Evil Bayley rubbing off on Lyra, giving her that more of that promo edge that she needs.
I also love the fact that Lyra Valkyria has figured out the trigger switch.
Oh yeah,
for Evil Bayley, like with the slap. That's just, I love that whole It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever remember it. There was a gimmick back in the day. I can't remember his name. I just remember the big guy, and I believe it was Luke Gallows, the guy now known as Luke Gallows from not the Outsiders, but with
the Bullet Club.
Yeah, with the Bullet Club. I'm trying to remember the name of their group. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. But he used to be with a different dude. He was Jesse and Festus was the name of the tag team. What the gimmick was is Festus was kind of special, kind of think of Mice and Men special. Mm-hmm. And Festus and Jesse would walk
the
Festus
Good Brothers.
Yeah, the Good Brothers is the name of the tag team. But
that's what Jake to the Row. That's what Jake to the Row.
That was the Good Brother. That's Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. But this was pre the Good Brothers. And Luke Gallows would come out. He act like he didn't really know what was going on. he was on the spectrum, so on and so forth, really, really bad on the spectrum. And then Jesse would lead him into the ring and would stand him in the corner, and they would work tag team matches, and he would stand him outside. And then all of a sudden the bell ring, ding, ding, and he'd come to life, and all of a sudden start hitting all these wrestling moves. And it was just like, where was I going with that? But the tag team division has not been that hot since that. But that's what that, I was gonna say, that's what the Bayley Lyra Valkyria tag team reminds me of when they do that. Is like, all of a sudden something wakes her up, and now next thing you know, she's on top of her game and cannot be beat. All right. So that will take us over to.
Oh, and speaking of women's tag team, I guess I saw a report that Nia Jax has dropped maybe about 20 pounds this past year.
She's trimming up. Yep.
She's trimming up.
She's trimming up big time. I'm proud of her.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll help her work safer in the ring, and she'll continue to look good.
Yeah, and make her last longer too. Her career lasts longer because when you're big, all that, it's just murder on the joints.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, so we'll move forward and into SmackDown territory. Okay. On this week's SmackDown, we had a few key events. Carmelo Hayes had his first defense of the U.S. title, which was awesome, against Johnny Gargano.
Yeah,
those two, I could watch them go all day. DIY needs to break up so that him and supposedly Ciampa's not re-signing when his contract's up, but we'll see what happens with that. Here's the big story for me outside of the main event that came up, or the championship that changed hands as well. Matt Cardona is officially a member of the SmackDown roster. Not Zack Ryder, not woo, but Matt Cardona, the man behind Zack Ryder, is officially a member of the whatchamacallit.
Okay. Last time his Now tournament got him back on some heat.
Yep. Well, not just that. Here's the thing about it. Matt Cardona did something, and we'll touch on this real quick, that a lot of wrestlers have done in the past. The likes of Drew McIntyre, the Dolph Ziggler has done it. And these are wrestlers that left the company because they felt like they had hit their glass ceiling and couldn't get higher in the company, where like they were stuck in the mid card, so to speak, for lack of a better way of saying it. And left the company, went somewhere else, went to the Indies, went to TNA, went to New Japan, reinvented themselves as individual acts, and became so popular amongst the world wrestling community that WWE had no choice but to pay attention to him. Cody Rhodes is another example. He became undeniable. He left the company and went and became undeniable and came back as a bigger star. Drew McIntyre. Matt Cardona has done the exact same thing. His wrestling career started as an internet wrestling guy, as the internet champion. And that's how he got his first WWE contract. And then he came to WWE and became Zack Ryder and completely embraced that character. And was Zack Ryder for like 15 years. Yeah. Felt he had hit his peak. He wasn't going to win the world championship as Zack Ryder. And chose to go and reinvent himself as the indie wrestling god on the indies, and is now officially completed his full circle moment and made it back to WWE, where he wanted to be the whole time. But he had to prove to them outside of WWE. This is why I hate the argument when people say WWE is the only game in town. WWE has never been the only game in town. They're the only global game in town, but they've never been the only game in town. Yeah. There are literally thousands of other wrestling promotions.
That's like saying McDonald's is the only game in town, or Dungeons and Dragons is the only game in town.
Exactly. So congratulations to Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder, on making the comeback and getting to be yourself. Kind of like
we love a good redemption arc.
Yes, we do. And Julia had her own redemption arc as she obtained the U.S. Championship away from Chelsea Green, who's happy. I
thought she was going to have it. I thought she was really fixing to retain that for a second. Yeah. But then after those last moves, it was a wrap.
by the way, speaking of Chelsea, I mean, I really dislike the character, but seeing her in the Dimension 20 live play Dungeons and Dragons game Titan Takedown with the other WWE, she was fantastic. I love the person, hate the persona.
Yeah,
she's completely 100%. Different, and it was fantastic.
Oh, I'll say, all right, and then also we ended the first SmackDown of the new year with SmackDown's first ever ambulance match. What's up, Sam?
Yeah, I have to talk. Listen, I have to talk about that. Listen, okay, that's that match. That match was brutal. Yeah. Even for a SmackDown match, okay? Yeah. That shit was off the chain. Okay. Damian Priest was he was conducting a clinic and all the medical proceeds. Yeah. All the medical proceeds were going straight to
Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Aleister Black.
Yeah. I figured he would have had some kind of look to his eye because believe you me, he was beating the shit out of him.
Yep. And I'll give it this. It was a great redemption. Hopefully now Damian Priest can move on from Aleister Black and that whole entire thing there.
Speaking of
great fitting into everything.
Yeah. Speaking of
Happy New Year. Oh, Happy New Year, everybody. This is the first episode of New Year.
Yeah. But speaking of last temptations of pro wrestler, what's the deal with Karrion Kross? Are we going to get him back anytime, or
probably
now
not.
that? Yeah,
probably not. And
him and Sammy are
really
done.
Care.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just
sorry. No. It's just right now he's not on the top of their list of what they want to spend their money on.
Yeah, but I mean they're keeping the gimmick and the storyline. They're just transferring it to two different people, two different wrestlers now. So it's
all right. So the last thing we'll discuss about SmackDown before we move on to video games, because we're getting a little tight on time here. Drew McIntyre announced what the three stages of Hell match for next week's SmackDown are going to be. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, SmackDown was actually 3 hours this week for the first time in almost a year. But the three stages of Hell will, of course, as usual, open up with a straight wrestling match. The second stage will be a Falls Count Anywhere match. And, of course, the final stage will be in the ring in a steel cage.
I would have rather
still think they should have upped that. Yeah, I was going to say, still think they should have upped the ante and did Hell in a Cell. But it is only SmackDown, so we're just getting a steel cage. So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on what this is going to be for next week?
Beat his ass. That's all I'm saying, because Cody's been kind of getting a little unhinged. I mean, he did. I mean, it was a little over dramatic with Drew McIntyre, setting that, taking that flame to the picture of him and his dad, Dusty Rhodes, and isn't like, you motherfucker. But, it's like, let's go. I'm all there for it, man. Just like, but
oh man, yeah, no, it was a great segment. Like it was funny, but it was just also like yeah, Cody gonna get in there and do some damage. Like they I do like this. Since Triple H has taken over, WWE has allowed their wrestlers to get more personal with their feuds. Like as far as it's like CM Punk and his dog, Braun Breaker bringing up AJ Lee, and stuff like that. Like it's genuinely nice to see them have a little bit more realism. Because one of my favorite storylines, and I know you may remember this saying, but you may not regard, was AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe, because they allowed them to get so personal with that. And Joe walking around going, Wendy was just that was my shit.
Oh, I remember that.
So I love when they let shit get personal, a la Edge and Matt Hardy. Their battle over Lita. But all right, so that's gonna wrap it up for us for SmackDown and Wrestling Talk. Tech Tinkers can go on ahead and pop the champagne and give his cheers, because we're stepping into his favorite segment of the show. Video games, yay!
Yeah.
He said, "I gotta wake up." Was it a little loud for you, sir?
All right, so here we go. Bruce Scryer, I'll let you lead us off. I'll read the headline. CD Projekt sells DRM free PC storefront GOG to original co-founder for $25.2 million. Insists it's financially stable. What's up with this, Brian?
All right. So
take a quick break.
GOG, otherwise known as Good Old Games, is a store where you can purchase older games that have either been remastered or
delisted,
but stuff that is no longer available or run on places like Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and you don't have to deal with DRM rights management at all. I mean, like Epic, they sell their stuff, but you still have to go through the Epic store. No, with Good Old Games, you're buying the game and you possibly get a free app that allows you to run old pre-Windows DOS games on modern Windows machines. But other than that, though, you own it. You don't have to. There's no copyright verification. There's no nothing in there. You own it for the rest of your life.
And I love that. I actually love that because listen, I love these older PC games. Like right now, I actually just got Star Trek Judgment rights.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an old school Star Trek game that goes back to the days of Captain Kirk. And I mean, they even had the voices of William Shatner, DeForest Kelly, Leonard Nimoy, and so forth. And
I don't even think that they had.
I'm all for that.
I don't even think they had the voices in the Star Trek 25th anniversary game.
No, they did. They redid.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Didn't know. But for us older PC players, I go through GOG. I get my classic lineup of Apple IIe games that were also came out for MS-DOS. My pre-Windows 95, or no, my pre-Windows 97 games on there, and all the stuff you used to have the discs for. Downloaded, you can, when you get a new machine, you get a new rig, you can re-download and everything like that. And it is a fantastic resource for us retro gamers. So, but they resold Good Old Games to one of CD Projekt Red's co-founders, Michael Kaczynski. Sorry, it's Polish, and I butcher anything that's not bad English. You know that. But yeah, so Kaczynski founded GOG in 2008 and has operated within the CG Projekt group for over 17 years. So I think that CD Projekt is trying to cut away things that made sense at the time to build up, but now that they are a major AAA studio with The Witcher, with Cyberpunk, and all these other things. I think that they're trying to cut away stuff that no longer, that's going to distract them from their mission statement of just making games.
Right.
Yep.
All right.
So that's going to be great.
Real quick pause for comments. Tech Tinker says Sony declared console players are more gamers than PC players. I don't know how that's going to go over on the intraweb, but I can see big waves arising on that. Because there'd be a lot of people that would disagree. I'm not saying I'm necessarily one of them, but yeah, there are going to be a lot of people.
Love tech, but Sony, get back to me when you have the sheer number of options to mod your game like you do with a PC game. Okay, there's no comparison. Even the Bethesda Creation Store is like a drop in the bucket compared to the number of PC mods that are out there that you can put on a PC game.
We see Dave speaks for the master race.
Yeah. Let's not go there, okay?
Oh man.
The Germanic guy with the Norse paganism and the runes will not be commenting on anything involving master race, PC or otherwise.
There you go.
I stay in my lane. All right.
Beep beep. Anyway, all right. So next story up sees Cyberpunk 2077 players get an unofficial fourth life path that gives players a fresh start. The fresh start life path is a mix of the Nomad and Corpo life paths.
Yeah. And this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if this is going to be available on console.
Okay.
It could be. But this was created it's purely a role-playing thing where you now have a life path where you were born into the corporate world, but then you got exiled and found yourself a nomad. So it's basically starting off playing a corporate with extra steps.
Yes. Okay. I don't know what that means. I never played Cyberpunk. So.
Bro, like
yeah.
that game is wicked.
Yep.
All right, here's what I want to get your thoughts on, gentlemen. This next one. I'll read the headline as I bring it up. As I bring it to stage. Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda, crowned greatest video game ever created by gamers worldwide. Do y'all buy this? It's on a random
to a degree, yes. To a degree. I mean, that might be clickbait, but that is that's probably one of the greatest. Yeah, and I'm not Super Nintendo or what have you, but that's a great game.
I'm not denying that it's not a great game. I'm just pointing out the fact that this is coming from a Facebook influencer page, rather than a lot of stuff that's backed up by more legitimate gaming review and news services.
Well, so we can't always.
But they don't provide any evidence to say they're bootstrapping their conclusion. It's like okay, so where are they talk about critical ratings? It's like okay, critical ratings from who? Metacritic.
Okay, here's my thing with it. Here's the thing where I don't think this is necessarily rage bait, but it is bait. But it's good bait, and this is what I'll say. Ocarina of Time, I don't think I've ever heard anybody that I know that played that game have a complaint about it. Like at least not a serious complaint. Like, that's where I say something like that is just believable enough,
right?
Because to get you to click, because that game is very highly praised by critics and by everybody that I know that has played it.
Yeah, well, but there's not even an article to click. It's just you're scrolling your Facebook and this boom. Pops up and you see it and you're trying to find out where what the evidence is, where the claims coming from, et cetera, and Facebook's counting that as engagement and boosting that page and post.
Well, also too, it's like this. If you don't know exactly, if you don't look into what the real credible source is, then you definitely will be, we'll have some, some clickbait. I mean, people click just to click, but if you know, if you have somebody, but if you know somebody that's, in the industry itself, in the industry itself, then what happened? And
here's the thing about
GenXers has a point. Minecraft is on their second movie. Where is Zelda's first? And you know what?
It ain't nobody.
It should have been. It's on its way.
Zelda should have been.
But it's on its way for how many years?
Right. But we've got casting. We've got casting, and that's starting to film in New Zealand in like next month or two. I just saw an article about getting to the point of clickbait. The article that I clicked on was Nintendo stops a 35-year rule when it comes to the Legend of Zelda movie. And what was the rule that was in all of Nintendo's live action adaptations? They've never had teenage actors. It's like, what? Okay. Who the hell cares? Give us details about the actual production. Where's the production at right now? We know it's been in development hell. We know that we have casting now. We know that we've got filming locations scouted out. They're starting. Where's the beef? Okay.
I feel you. I'm with you there, then.
That's doable.
All right, so this will take us to our next rumor. And that is that a AAA John Wick game is in development and will be announced very soon, according to Lionsgate.
Yes.
So I think I would play it, but I don't know. I think it's going to kind of be like, okay, here's the thing about it. Do y'all remember the Matrix games that came out that were linked to the movies?
Oh yeah,
absolutely. I've been enjoying them recently.
As stories and as whatchamacallit, as storytelling video games, they were amazing. But some of the gameplay was a little clunky until you got used to it.
Yeah.
And so
that's because if I remember correctly, all the Matrix games, especially the MMO, were all Sony projects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking
at not Sony backing a studio. Like Sony backing Guerrilla Games for the Horizon franchise. Sony actually developing the game.
Yeah, no. Like all I know is that video, those video games right there have me discouraged about them doing a John Wick video game.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be trying to kind of simulate the same kind of fight scenes and realist or movie like feel that you were trying to recreate with the Matrix.
Which is, yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, let's face it. Parkour has advanced considerably since Assassin's Creed, but we are not to parkour combat yet. The way that John Wick does. So I kind of agree that it's going to be. It has potential, but I'm not getting my hopes up on it.
That's where I'm at with it. I'm not getting my. I'll see it when I play.
We'll take a look.
If they give me something like Sifu, I'll be happy.
Yep.
Like if they give me something with gameplay similar to Sifu, I'll give it. All right. So the final subject for the day, gentlemen, is it's official. PlayStation Plus is going to change forever in 2026, January 2026. According to this article by Dalton Cooper on GameRant, it says PlayStation Plus subscribers should note that January 2026 will mark the end of the era for the service. Sony's PlayStation Plus has gone through some radical changes, but originally PlayStation was a way to get monthly free games and exclusive discounts, but later it became a requirement for PS4 and PS5 games. And finally, the premium tier includes all of that plus the library. Okay.
Yeah. They're basically cutting back on the offered services of PlayStation Plus in order to entice you to spend more money to buy a higher tier membership for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, it says the PlayStation Plus will no longer focus on PS4 when it comes to PS Plus. Which means that if you want to get the most out of your subscription, you'll need to upgrade to a PS5 if you haven't already.
Right. Which is understandable.
I'm not saying.
You know, they're phasing out the last of the PS4 stuff, and apparently there are PS4. Sometimes translating the PS4 games to PS5 is not perfect science. In that,
no more Sony.
Yeah.
Culturally, as a Western,
no, that was what Tech Tinker said. Sorry, bro. There was a lot of Sony news this week. What can I say?
I'm just saying.
I'm not even mad about that. It's fine. I'd rather have no news regarding Xbox, than more news about how Microsoft is screwing everything up.
All right, that'll lead us. Hey, mute your background.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
All good.
Control your woman.
No,
Well,
not like that.
very funny. Very, very, very funny.
So I'll allow that to take us into our final segment of the day, which is Where Can I Find You Next? Where can we find you next? And Saint, you've got some big news coming up. Why don't you
All right.
let us know where we can find you next?
Okay, so tonight will be I guess the final NVT deuce before vacation is completely over with. But we are gonna run that one. But tonight, or actually Tuesday. So Tuesday is the second season premiere. That's very funny. The second season premiere of Now versus Then, which we will be interviewing an artist. Her name is Veronica Timms. And then, of course, Thursday, this has been the big moment for me. This has been 3 years in the waiting. And I will be interviewing the Mechanics. And if you guys don't know who the Mechanics are, Google them, and trust and believe you me, man. I've been waiting for this, and that's coming Thursday. But NVT Deuce tonight. Now versus Then premiering on Tuesday, January 6th with Veronica Timms, and then Thursday, January 8th with the Mechanics. I have really been looking forward to this, and we got shows all month long and stuff, so I'm right here for it.
All right.
Boom, boom.
Subscribe. Where can we find you next, sir?
I will be back on night shift tonight, midnight, till whenever I start falling asleep, and I'm trying to pare that back to, instead of my goal being 4 a.m., I'm trying to tone that back to 3 in the morning. Didn't really succeed last night because that Enclave bunker took a long time to go through and many, many deaths at a scorched death claw. It's like, what the fuck, guys?
Shit happens, man. Shit happens.
Going back and forth I need the big guns that I've been storing. So going back and forth for that. but I'll be back with Horizon Forbidden West tonight. I'll be back to Monday at noon, getting back with more Kingmaker in there. And
I've been actually enjoying that too.
Yeah, it's I find it hooked me a lot more from the very beginning than Baldur's Gate 3. But and what I was going to say at the end of the video game is that we have confirmation of some of the upgrades to what's being called Starfield 2.0. They'll be coming up, probably announced at Xbox Development Day, including no more loading screens when you're transitioning from a building outside or from your ship outside. It's all going to be a smooth animation, or when you're taking off from a planet, going out into space, it's going to be a smooth transition animation now when you're switching that. So that's going to be coming in the next couple of months. We'll see what other quality of life improvements Bethesda manages to drop on us while they're still working on Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 and whatever they may have.
All right. And finally, you can find me in about an hour and a half classroom with Swab, hopefully barring any sickness or illness, with Swab and O'Malley. And we're going to be talking NFL playoffs. We're going to be talking NBA action. And we're also going to be talking about some stuff that happened as far as the Olympics this week. And since we weren't on last week to talk about it, O'Malley will be on with this, or she wasn't on 2 weeks ago to talk about it. She'll be on this upcoming week to give her take on the Jake Paul KO. So
you gotta keep that going.
That, we got to keep that energy going because O'Malley is she's just a beast with it. I love talking about it.
Also, the fact that the Paul brothers did not learn their lesson, are still sniffing their own hype and running their mouths. Well, Jake Paul isn't running his mouth so much right now, but Logan certainly is. He's trying to step and inviting some of the best boxers to step into the WWE ring with him. It's like, no.
Anyway, so we're going to be talking about all that. And also on the video game tip, you can catch me on Tuesday playing some NCAA football 26, guiding the Florida State Seminoles to a couple of championships and having some fun with that with Mr. Swab.
What the Criminals?
Well. Yeah, sure. My team is just a team full of animated characters trying to win a national championship. But y'all be blessed out there and stay up. I am Double KK Double. That is the point man, the saint, and over there is Rune Scrier. We are the Chat Pop Podcast, and we will see you guys next week.
All right.
Later.
Peace.